Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel. Myself Shayak Ghosh. I am an MSc in chemistry from the University of Calcutta. So let's start. So students, today we are going to see the characteristics of a chemical reaction. A chemical reaction can show 5 types of characteristics, and these are: point number 1, evolution of a gas; point number 2, formation of a precipitate; point number 3, change in color; point number 4, change in temperature; and point number 5, change in state. So now one by one we are going to see all these characteristics with proper examples. So let's start with the first one, that is evolution of a gas. So some chemical reactions are characterized by the evolution of gas. For example, if we treat the zinc granules with dilute sulfuric acid, the bubbles of hydrogen gas can be seen. So the chemical reaction between zinc and dilute sulfuric acid is characterized by the evolution of hydrogen gas. Let's see. So this is the beaker, this is the conical flask where we keep a bit of dilute sulfuric acid, and in which, see, the zinc granule is also there, and we can see the bubble of hydrogen gas. So how we perform this test? We just have to take some zinc granules in a conical flask, or we can also perform this in a test tube. So you have to add some sulfuric acid, dilute sulfuric acid, over these zinc granules. So what we'll see the bubbles of hydrogen gas being formed around the zinc granules. So just see the figure. So if we touch the conical flask with our hand, we'll feel that it is somewhat hot. That means the temperature is quite high. So a change in temperature can also be seen. That means we can see two particular properties in this reaction, and these two are evolution of gas and number 4, that is change in temperature. Okay, a rise in the temperature we can also see. When magnesium reacts with a dilute acid, similarly magnesium is also a metal. When it reacts with an acid, same kind of thing happens. Okay, so what happens? Hydrogen gas is evolved. Okay, again, if we treat dilute hydrochloric acid with sodium carbonate, another type of gas is evolved, and this gas is carbon dioxide gas. Okay, so chemical reaction between sodium carbonate and dilute hydrochloric acid is characterized by evolution of carbon dioxide gas. If you treat a metal with an acid, then hydrogen will be evolved. If we treat sodium carbonate with the acid, what we will get? We'll get carbon dioxide as the evolved gas. Now before we go further, that means before we learn the point number 2, that is formation of precipitate, what we have to learn? We have to learn what is precipitate. So let's learn. A precipitate is a solid product. Which separates out from the solution during a chemical reaction. That means if the solid product is not soluble in the solution, it will come out as the precipitate. Okay, a precipitate can be formed by mixing aqueous solution, that means water solution, of reactants when one of the product is insoluble in water. So a precipitate can also be formed by passing a gas into the aqueous solution of a substance, like passing carbon dioxide gas into lime water. Okay, now how a precipitate is formed, we have to see some examples as well. So some chemical reactions are characterized by the formation of precipitate. Now one example: when potassium iodide solution is added to the solution of lead nitrate. When potassium iodide solution is added to a solution of lead nitrate, then what happens? A yellow precipitate of lead iodide is formed. Okay, a yellow precipitate, a nice yellow precipitate. This is the yellow precipitate of what? Of nothing but lead iodide. And how is it formed? We treat potassium iodide into the solution of lead nitrate, or some other solution of lead, like lead acetate. It is also a colorless solution. So what will happen? A nice yellow color solution of lead iodide, a nice yellow color solution of lead iodide will be formed. So this is an example. So now point number 3, that is the change in color. Some chemical reactions are characterized by the change in color. For example, when citric acid reacts with potassium permanganate solution, what happens? The purple color of potassium permanganate solution disappears. The purple color of potassium permanganate solution disappears. So it becomes colorless. We all know that potassium permanganate is purple in color. Okay, we all know it from the concept of class 9 that potassium permanganate is purple in color. So if you treat citric acid solution, then what will happen? The purple color will become colorless. It will discharge the potassium permanganate. So one more example we can see. How can we do it? This citric acid and potassium permanganate solution, just see it first. Take some dilute potassium permanganate solution in a test tube. It has the nice purple color. Add some lemon juice to it, drop wise with the help of a dropper, and shake the test tube. What will happen? The purple color of potassium permanganate solution goes on fading and ultimately it becomes colorless. Okay, so now one more example, that is when sulfur dioxide gas is passed through acidified potassium dichromate solution. So this is the color of acidified potassium dichromate solution. Okay, acidified potassium dichromate solution is a oxidizing agent. Okay, so what happens if we treat this one with sulfur dioxide gas? The solution becomes green in color. Okay, this is another example of color change. During a chemical reaction. So now the fourth one, that is change in temperature. So already we have seen one example where we can see the change in temperature, or we can feel the change in temperature, that is the reaction of zinc and sulfuric acid. There also a change in temperature, that means a rise in temperature is seen. Now some chemical reactions are characterized by a change in temperature. For example, when the quicklime reacts with water, quicklime is nothing but calcium oxide. When we treat this with water, then the slack-lime is formed. Calcium hydroxide is called slack-lime. Okay, due to which the reaction mixture becomes hot. Due to this temperature raise, the reaction mixture becomes hot. So we can say that the chemical reaction between quicklime and water to form slack-lime is characterized by a change in temperature. Okay, the reaction between quicklime and water to form slack-lime is an exothermic reaction. Means that those reactions are called exothermic reactions where the heat is produced during the chemical reaction. So this is how we can do it. Take a little quicklime in a hard glass beaker. See, during this reaction we have to take a hard glass beaker, otherwise the beaker will break. Okay, point number 2, we add water to it very slowly. Okay, then we have to touch the beaker. The beaker feels quite hot because there is a rise in temperature. Point number 5, change in state. So some chemical reactions are characterized by a change in state. For example, when wax is burned, what happens? Then the water and carbon dioxide are formed. See, wax is a solid, whereas the carbon dioxide is a gas and the water is a liquid. So what happens? Suddenly there is a change in the state. From solid it becomes a combination of liquid and a gas. The liquid is water and the gas is carbon dioxide. That is how we can say that during a chemical reaction a change in state can take place. So now we have already discussed all these things, and we can see some chemical reactions are there which can show more than one characteristics. We have already seen. So let's see, there are some chemical reactions which can show more than one characteristics. For example, the chemical reaction between zinc granules and dilute sulfuric acid. What are the changes? there are two changes: evolution of a gas, that means hydrogen gas, and also there is a change in temperature. We can feel this by our hand. Similarly, the reaction between potassium iodide and lead nitrate solution shows two type of change in characteristics, and these are formation of precipitate, also a change in color. So thank you, students. Thank you for watching my video. So if you like the content, please like, follow, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.